Hey, what is up, guys? It's me, RM, from the Weekly Time Card, and I promised you a podcast, so I guess we're doing one. Um, I'm with I'm with my friends Vern, Izzy, and Aaron. And we're just gonna talk about some things. And so,
Vern, close your damn mouth. Alright, so I don't care which one of you two it is. Whoever the hell's going nom nom needs to stop.
okay, Aaron. So you wanted to talk about
Yes.
how you don't like your job? Like, I guess this is what this podcast is gonna be about. How Aaron does not like his job. This video is gonna be what's it called?
Do you want to build a
No, Izzy, stop. Stop, Izzy. You know what? You'll be muted until you stop.
I'm going to start with how much I hate this. Where do I work? I work at McDonald's. I make $12.10 an hour. Decent pay for someone just about to go to college. Wonderful. I won't even be able to pay for one class in a year. Next thing, I hate the fucking drive-thru. There's three types of people that come through. Well, there's many people that come through. I'll just start with three. So, the first, people that are extremely loud. Hello, can I get a Big Mac meal? Then you have the whisperers. Can I get extra sauce? Those type of people. Then you have the people that don't know what the hell they're gonna get. Can I, oh, wait, no, never mind. No, wait. Can I get, oh, no, never mind. Shit gets
So Aaron,
like, know
before
what
you
they're gonna get.
continue any further, and this is why I'm saying this, before you continue any further, this is the weekly time card and all, but this is going under the 10 minutes of Aaron videos, even though it's probably going to be longer than 10 minutes. I'm just telling you guys this now.
Okay, post that in there. If you stop going nom nom, I'm gonna shove your face full of my backpack. Get the education in your face. Ah, Jesus Christ. Anywho, I hate this stuff. I hate morning shift too because like you're already tired and then you have to start taking orders and shit. You know, hello, welcome to McDonald's. Please end my life. What can I get for you? Type shit. And then people that decide to get crazy fucking things. Like, can I get a chicken with no mustard, no pickle? I already said no pickle. But see, it's like it gets so damn confusing because then you gotta memorize this, and sometimes you the order, and then whenever you're waiting on one specified thing, right, and the grill can't cook it damn fast enough, people start getting mad at you. And you're like, I'm sorry, our machines only work so damn fast. I said, I'm sorry.
Oh, hold up. Before we continue, that's that's that is Aku. We're doing a podcast right now, so and it's pretty much talking about how Aaron hates his job, and it's pretty much it.
Pretty much. I've been on shift for only 2 hours. I already want to shoot myself with a shotgun. That's how much I hate this job. Like, fuck me.
Wait, how much you make per hour?
I make $12.10 an hour. And I'm trying to go to college. This is not going to work.
12.10. So you've only made $24.20 in 2 hours.
Yep. High stress, low reward. Love this place. I think that's also another reason why I want to kill myself.
Aaron, don't kill yourself.
I'm not gonna kill myself. You know what I'm saying. This job really just it irks my chains. You know, it irks my chains. Not one, not two, but all of them. You know, sometimes I walk off from my shift, and then there's people still asking me for shit. I'm like, I'm off. Leave me the fuck alone. Some dude decided, even though he's clearly clocked out, he started taking his order as though I was going to fucking saying his order as though I was going to take it. I said, He said, yes, you are. I said, no, I'm not. I am off. God. Yeah. There was also this one time, right? This is a different job, not this job. But, I mean, I just hate fast food jobs all in general. You know? Because there was this one time, this lady was being a super mad. I decided, like, I was just mad at this point already. She wanted 2 strawberry shakes, and I said, okay. And I closed the window with the fucking cup, and she started knocking on the window, like, banging on it, as though she's trying to actually just get in through the freaking McDonald's window. I said, what do you want? She said, get rid of this cups. I want pretty cups. I said, I closed it with the bottom of the cup. She said, I don't give a fuck. I said, you? So I give the thing. She said, these shakes aren't cold enough. I said, do you expect 5-star food? It's fast food. You want it now? What are you listening to?
Her psychology stuff. My psychology stuff.
Oh.
Psychology stuff.
So you're like want to be a psychologist, is he?
She wants to
No.
be.
You have to take psychology when you do education.
Oh.
Isn't it? You have to take psychology and sociology.
Yeah.
So you want to be a teacher?
I'm gonna be a voiceover artist. Artist. I want to commit arson. Fuck it.
I artist you.
The fuck. The fuck.
No, I'm leaving arson. I've already done it before when I was a baby by accident. You know, I decided to sit on the oven, right? I didn't notice, and my diaper caught on fire, and then my mom had to go and try to make sure I was okay, and then she threw the diaper at the curtains, and the curtains set on fire. And then, oh shit, now my house is on fire, and now we don't have a house. So, little wonder-old me decided to burn down a house.
Yeah.
I've always been a pyro ever since the beginning. Also, did I tell you that one time I set myself on fire? Oh shit. I was scared of the dark, right? I was 6 years old, and I said, don't worry, I can use a paintbrush and a candle. The paintbrush is still wet. So I think, like, there was a candle up on the TV stand. It was really dark at night, so I had to climb up on the TV stand. And it was like a good 4 feet in the air. I had my paintbrush, and I light it, right? And my foot slipped, will come back down. I slip, I fall, the paintbrush falls on me with a bunch of little splatters all on fire. Next thing you know, I'm on fire. That sucks a lot. But also, I think a week after that is when I decided to, you know, listen to what my brother said. And he said, don't worry, touch the white wire in the outlet, right? Because we were just building our house, and the outlet wasn't covered. So he said, touch the white wire. I touched white wire, and I black out. All I remember is intense pain, blackout. 5 seconds later, I wake up, and Craig's like, are you okay? I go, what happened?
You never touch a fucking wire in the wall without gloves.
I was not. God, I have such funny stories, and way too many stories of how I hurt myself.
Okay, Aaron.
Yes.
I have a question for you because we were just talking about this. And if you guys and Aku or Izzy want to say anything about this, me and Mama were talking about this too. So personally, I want to be a writer and I want to be a writer, voice actor, and director. It's all that stuff. I want to be all that. And you said you wanted to be a professional voiceover actor. And you like Mark Hamill. So, do you like the idea of Mark Hamill playing Doc Ock in the next Spider-Man? That's just a rumor going around, but since he doesn't have to do Star Wars anymore.
I'm watching NFL Creation now. I need to get that stupid movie out of my head.
Wait, what? Say that again?
I said personally, I do not know about this rumor.
Oh, so you don't care?
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if he pulls it off, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Wait. Wait. So he's gonna be acting as the new Spider, or what?
No, he's gonna be acting as Doc Ock, Doctor Octopus.
Doc. And I'm not so sure if Hamill can do it.
I'm personally not sure either, and I have multiple reasons why. Because one thing you should know about me, including you, the audience, I actually know how to write Spider-Man because it's not that hard. Um, I don't think Mark Hamill could do it for one reason. He's not convincible enough to be. I don't know. We didn't get to see this in the Star Wars franchise, which if you would have saw it then, I probably would have been like, oh yeah, he could do it. We didn't get to see a change from light to dark, which Doc Ock is the greatest example of that in the Spider-Man series. He was a good guy did who was trying to make the world a better place. He ends up failing. He ends up turning evil because his mistakes, but he's still trying to do good. He's still trying to prove people wrong. He's still trying to, it becomes a psychopath, but he becomes a psychopath that was once good. It's so much to the character, and we didn't really get to see that in Star Wars or but you did see it in his voice acting, so I'm not sure.
Mark was just getting into his career. Then after that, he just took off with all the villain roles. He does better a villain than he does being able to play an anti-hero or a hero.
Yeah, because to me, Doc Ock is not a villain. If anything, if he is a villain, he is a semi he's semi heroic, as in since when he was the superior.
He's just is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's a really balanced character.
I love how this goes from me hating my job to telling stories about me hurting myself to discussing Spider-Man's Mark Hamill role.
Yeah, right. By the way, since we're already talking about superhero movies, what did you feel about the new Spider-Man? Because everyone seemed to like it. There's parts I didn't like personally, and before you kill me in the comments, I will explain it after Aaron gives his opinion. So, what did you think?
Jordan, I live for 3 reasons: food, education, and games. Movies and shows are never on my list. Why do you think I don't watch anime?
Well,
like,
so
if
you
you
did.
invite me to go to the, I will most likely deny because I don't find them that entertaining.
So you didn't see it.
Nope.
Okay, I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link.
Most of the shit is. Alright, chilling.
I'll send you a link to a website where you can watch the movie and just enjoy that after the video. Well, I guess I gotta explain.
Last match was El Nacho. We all know El Nacho.
Yeah, that was actually a good movie.
Dude, that movie was fucking great.
That movie was amazing. Izzy, what were you saying?
Yes. We're gonna punch him in the face. Yeah, Jack Black's fun.
So, Izzy, what were you saying?
I didn't say anything.
Was it Vern?
Yes.
Sorry, Vern, I couldn't hear you. My bad. So, what did you say?
I was just saying that not everyone likes the same movie thing, so.
Yeah, but doing a podcast. So.
But like maybe Aaron doesn't want to watch Spider-Man. Well, you don't even have to watch it. You can just look up the subplot to it.
Yeah, true, but
basically outlines the whole movie anyway, so there's no point of actually watching it.
yeah, but like I just like the movie overall I get is good. if you don't know the character that well. Like
Really, because they have a lot of things from the comic book in that movie that the other Spider-Mans did not have.
yeah, but if you compare it to something like the actual comic, you'll see some very influenced and problems with it. One for the fact that Peter Parker does not look like a nerd. He looks like you can a kid looks he can look like a nerd. No, Izzy. I mean Vern.
In the comics before he became.
Vern, let me explain why he doesn't look like a nerd. It's because the fact compared to everyone else, he doesn't feel like a nerd. He feels like, oh yeah, he likes Star Wars, but like everyone likes Star Wars. It's like it's obviously nerdy stuff. That's the problem. Where like it was stuff that no one would have like, and there's other stuff I didn't like. For example, how they sell guns. No, this is the thing I didn't like. This is one of the things I actually didn't like about the movie. They're selling guns in the middle of the suburbs. There's an explosion, and no one seems to call the cops. Am I the only one that thought that was weird?
Nerdy, shy, socially awkward, resentful. No,
But he wasn't socially awkward. He had friends,
stopping.
and he was gaining more friends at the moment. It doesn't make sense for a character like Peter Parker, who is constantly trying to keep his life in balance. Plus, the struggle we saw with Spider-Man was actually something they did right. And the second thing I think they didn't do right is the way he fights. Because one thing that we know about Spider-Man is he relies a lot on his web shooters. And we didn't see those combos as well. Like, there were some moments I was like, okay, we should have done this and that. And I was like, but he didn't. He just did some basic kicks and punches, which is, well, not punches, but, elbows and stuff, which doesn't make sense. Spider-Man relies so much on his web shooters that he invented a whole different fighting style based on those web shooters. If we don't see stuff like I understand how Spider-Man fights, that's what, and that was one of the things that just threw me off. And then the fact that most of the movie takes place in the suburbs, which is freaking hilarious to me. Like, I get it. You try to put.
For a moment, Jordan.
Peter Parker was not socially awkward before the spider bite. He was a confident person. But later, after Uncle Ben's death,
Which isn't implied in the movie.
He was more confident about himself as a person. He was a nerd in the movie too, because that's how he was. He had to keep the basic prettiness going at the senior year.
Okay, but the reason why I didn't feel him to be a nerd, and let me explain. The reason why I didn't feel like it is because, and I guess it was just character choice. His bully, Flash Thompson, didn't look like he would bully him. Like Peter, even before this, like I imagine him in glasses. Like I can imagine him doing all that because the character could play a nerd. It's just the fact that it doesn't look like Flash Thompson could bully him. If anything, the most it looks like Flash Thompson can do is cyberbully him. But even then, like physically bully him, no. Even then, like he's saying you're dead and making fun of him, no. It looks like he wouldn't slide with that. Now, the one thing I thought would be really interesting would be that, like this was before the movie dropped and before I knew the characters. I thought the kid was gonna be not Flash Thompson, Vince Cho. And the reason why I said Vince Cho is because Vince Cho isn't intellectual like Peter, so he bullies him with intelligence instead of muscle, which is something different that we could have saw. That's the only thing. Those are the small things that kind of edge the movie over, and then making the girl MJ and doing all this extra, like, and then the news when it makes it seem like he has there's points in the movie where it's like spider sense would be very useful there, just saying. Like there's even a part where he's on the beach and all of a sudden the vulture comes out of nowhere and hits him, and I'm like, spider sense would have been very useful there, just saying. It's power set plus all this stuff. It kind of makes the movie feel like an imbalance.
You are aware Aaron left the call.
Yeah, I am. Anyways, guys, I'm ending the video here. This has been 10 seconds. This has been 10 minutes with Aaron. Even though it's probably been way longer than that. Hey, comment, like, subscribe if you want.